My name is Ken Whittemore, the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Very proud to be here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we're going to honor our retirees, our 25, 30, and 35-year members that have worked in the district, and we're also going to honor our bargaining unit employees of the year. So we have quite a few to go through tonight with you. Before we get going, I was told to do a few house keeping items, so I'll do that. For those of you who don't know, the restroom's right outside the door or across the quad if you need them. Also would like to take a minute to thank a couple groups. First, our Army Ojai audiovisual team here taping the event for us tonight. Thank you very much. Also, if you look on your tables, all of the floral decorations were made by the Rodriguez High Floral Department. So again, the students taking part. And our refreshments on the side, we thank you for our food service department. Thank you for doing that for us tonight. We appreciate you. And last and not least, and the reason that I'm blessed to have somebody, Ms. Deborah Dean, who put together all tonight and worked very diligently to make sure we all had this here for a night. So thank you, Ms. Dean. I appreciate you. So to get this going, and hopefully we can beat the thunderstorms, I'm going to introduce the superintendent, Ms. Chris Corey, to give us a welcome and some introductions. So thank you.
Hello, welcome. It's so great to have this back in person. It has been actually a number of years since we've held a special event just for our honorees and our years of service and retirees. Prior to COVID, we were breaking it up and having it happen at a board meeting, and we just thought this was a great opportunity to honor you, our fabulous, hardworking employees, dedicated employees, and also show off one of our new buildings that many of you may not have seen that was as a result of Measure J. So we hope you enjoyed this evening. I have a couple of people I want to introduce. We have our board member, our clerk, Craig Wilson, who is here with us. And we have our board vice president, David Isom, who is here. He is going to be speaking in just a minute. And I did not see any other board members in attendance. Oh, Jonathan Richardson, thank you. Yes, Jonathan Richardson, who is here, our previous president of our board, so thank you all for being here today. And I also, Ken should know better than this. You know, he thanked his secretary, but he forgot to thank his wife, Angela, who's back there, also volunteering and helping put this on. I just want to really thank you for all this, the hard work, not only from the many years, but particularly from these past 2 years. They've been extremely difficult, all of us trying to navigate through some really treacherous, unknown territory. You made it, you're here. Some of you who are retiring or have retired, you look so happy and you look so good. But we know that what you went through to get to that well-deserved retirement. So I just love Fairfield Sassoon. It's been a part of my life for about 36 years now, and it's great to see so many people who are also dedicated to this fabulous organization in this community. So thank you for everything you do. A cookie and some fruit is never enough to acknowledge how much we appreciate you, but it is a small token of our appreciation. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. David C. Isom, previous past president, current vice president, what else?
Thank you, Chris. The person that's here tonight to celebrate you. That's who I am. Listen, so I know like this is a room full of educators, and they already know I'm going to do this because I needed to know the definition of a word. And they didn't know. Nobody at that table. Look at that table. No one knew. And what I needed to know was the word, an acronym, right? An acronym. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in just a second. So this, first of all, is an evening of celebration, right? The rain is just watering the vegetation and making the flowers beautiful for another day. So don't worry about the rain tonight. But tonight is a celebration. Some of you are retiring. Some of you are receiving awards for your service and your commitment. Some of you are being celebrated for the work that you've done in education, supporting the children and adults of the Fairfield Unified School District and others. Some of you have been with us and other districts. We still celebrate you. And so the acronym is this: celebrate. All right? C, you're courageous. We appreciate your courageous work in education. E, you've done exemplary work in education, and we celebrate you for that. L, the love that you've shown in your work, we celebrate you for that. E, the enthusiasm that you've displayed while you work, we celebrate you for that. B, the bravery, right? Because it's been a difficult time in education, especially recently. As for the bravery that you've exhibited, we celebrate you. R, you've been very responsible. We couldn't be where we are today if you weren't responsible enough to get us to where we are today and where you are today in order to retire, to be celebrated, to be congratulated. And then finally, no, I can't spell either. A, you're awesome, right? And we appreciate your awesomeness. Finally, T, your tenacity. So we celebrate your tenacity. And if I really want to spell the word celebrate, I need to end with the E. The E stands for everything that I've missed. We celebrate you.
Thank you, and hopefully if we've got this time just right, we'll get the ceremonial done and it'll just quit raining about the time we're ready to go, so we'll be in good shape, okay? So first we're gonna have our bargaining unit members and our unit members of the year come up. And first we're gonna have Ms. Bethany Pasek come up to do our APA Employee of the Year.
Thank you very much. I wanted to share this. Samantha has been with our district for 4 years. She interned with FSUSD and thought us cool enough to stick around for a while. So she's one of 2 school psychologists at Fairfield High School. She is collaborative and personable with staff. She's invested in school culture and empathetic towards students and their emotional and social needs. She is also co-president of our APA union and has worked hard to support our department the last 2 years as part of that team. A lot of extra hours go into that piece as well. So congratulations, Samantha Hiles, APA School Psychologist of the Year. We good?
You're
Okay.
good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And from CSEA, Ms. Sandy Fallon. And LaTonya and Michael, can you come on up? You're here? LaTonya? No, you're here. Michael? He's not here.
Well, excuse me. I would just like to recognize this evening LaTonya Barton. She's from our clerical unit. And LaTonya is a Secretary 3 in the Facilities Department, and she has been an extremely involved member with our chapter, and she serves as a negotiator. She is always there and lending a helping hand. She helps out with highest honors. She's been a representative for recruitment. She's been on interview panels, and we can't thank her enough for her assistance. So I'd like to recognize LaTonya as our clerical unit member of the year. Michael in Abnett is our support member of the year. He is with our maintenance department, and he is also a very active member of our chapter. He volunteers to be on interview panels. He has helped with recruitment. He is been on our assistant grad committee. He serves as a teller when we need him. He's always there to lend a helping hand and to guide members and answer questions. And I'd like to thank him for all of his years of service, and also because he's retiring this year too. So anyway, those are the CSEA members of the year, and I thank them very much for everything.
Stand right here. Both of you stand right here. Look right there. You get to look. Yeah, right straight at that camera. Right straight at that camera. Thank you. Thank you.
Right on, thank you.
Kristen Cherry, come on down. And Michael, you, like the other retirees, I just want to let you know we'll have your paperwork ready so you can come back and start subbing next year. So please be ready for that. We'll be handing that out to you on your way out. To do our FSMA is going to be Ms. Kristen Cherry.
So our certificated member of the year is John Lamon, who has been a longtime assistant principal at Armio High School. Currently hoping with the dynamic COVID team that is keeping us informed and up to date and taken care of. He is not here, so I'm going to accept his award on his behalf. I'm going to do the FSMA classified member of the year, and that goes to Teddy Wentworth, who is a valuable and critical member of the HR team, which I'm sure Ken could speak volumes about, but she is not here either, so we're going to accept her award on her behalf as well.
And to do FSUTA, Miss Nancy Dunn, and Chris, I think you've got to do this a few times, right? Especially in the last week. So come on, Miss Dunn.
It is my pleasure to again announce our District Teacher of the Year, Chris Romo. He is an outstanding functional academics instructor at Fairfield High School, and we could not be more happy to continue to celebrate him as a representative for all of the certificated members in our unit. So well done, Chris, and thank you for representing us so well.
Okay, our next group that we'd like to honor, and I'll have Ms. Angie Avlanides come up to read the names for me. Just a little bit about, these are people that have been in the district for 25 years. So as we get ready, just a little perspective of 25 years ago. The president was Bill Clinton. The average cost of a home was $124,000, and get this, gas was a whole $1.22 a gallon. People went to the movies to watch Titanic, Men in Black, and Batman. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was released for reading enjoyment. Tiger Woods, at 21 years old, won his first Masters, and Microsoft became the world's most valuable company at $261 billion. So I'll turn over to Ms. Avlanides for the names.
Good afternoon. It's lovely to be here at Grange Middle School. Great facilities, by the way. Went to middle school here. It looks like $1 million. You guys did an amazing job. First up, 25 years, is Jean Baker. Stephanie Chow, I see right in front of me. Catherine Calamares. Cynthia Merrick. Stacy Szymanski. My apologies, it's Stacia Szymanski. Sabrina Bolts. Karen Firkins. Evelyn Kreider. Julie Roberts. Megan Thole. Joyce Chalk. Richard Harrod. Stin McDaniel. Teresa Stoneman.
We're good, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And board members, we got you for 2 more here coming up. In the 30 year, we have one 30 year, and Dr. Sheila McCabe's going to come up and read the 30 and the 35 years. For the 30 year group, President was George H.W. Bush. Get this, a gallon of gas cost $1.05. The United States ruled supreme in the Barcelona Olympics. People went to the movies to watch A League of Their Own, A Few Good Men, and Wayne's World. Or took their children to see Aladdin. The Honda Accord and the Ford Taurus were the hot cars of the time. Imagine that. Dr. McCabe, please, for our 30-year winner.
Mr. Whittemore, you forgot the most important statistic on that list. And Sheila McCabe was a college student at UC Davis. We won't ask everybody else to give that information because I know there's a lot that were still in high school or elementary school. For serving 30 years in the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District, Wendy Farrell.
My daddy.
And we hope some of our 35 years people here, but we want to make sure we read all the names. But for this group, 35 years ago today, Ronald Reagan was the President of the United States. A gallon of gas cost 89 cents. Still today, and it's the longest running, The Simpsons debuted that year, and the Ford Escort. The Ford Escort was the hot car selling for just under $7,000. Michael Jackson released his Bad album, and people went to the movies to watch Lethal Weapon, 3 Men and a Baby, and Wall Street. And the original Magnum PI, and for those of you that watch, there is an original Magnum PI that goes from a while back, not the one you see today with Tom Selleck, was the #1 TV show. So these are the employees that have been with us for 35 years, Dr. McCabe.
Thank you, Mr. Whittemore. And just for the record, Superintendent Corey and I did not mean to dress as twins today. She walked into cabinet and I went, oh no. We both have our pink jackets on. For 35 years of service in the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District, Jennifer Doherty. Neely Green. Christine McGee. Kathleen Rosenthal. David Fulton. Susan Larson. Yolanda Mitchell Blacknell.
Okay, so we practice this. I've been told many times by Ms. Dean that I cannot read at warp speeds. She has to keep up with me on the screen here. So what we have next is our retirees, and these are our retirees from, there's a few from 2021, and then our retirees from this year. We're very proud of these people and proud of the service that they have given the students of Fairfield-Sassoon Unified. So we're going to break these into three, and I'll read the first group of names. Miss Suzanne Alexander. Miss Elizabeth Bates. Miss Belinda Baugh Brown. Michael Benavente. Christine, yes, if you're here, please come up. Please come up. John Bonilla. John, and I know Miss Bidet was sick today. She works in my department, Miss Donna Bidet. Sandra Buffenbarger, please come up. I know she's here. Miss Rachel Camano. Lori Carpenter. Mr. Danny Cummings. Miss Laura Declo. Mr. Ron Dijon. Miss Jackie Farmer. Shelley Folden. Frankie Gamboa. It's kind of hard to read all these people that are leaving out of HR, too, this year. Miss Annabelle Gandia. Julie Garcia. Miss Betty Goki. And Miss Linnea Grindle will come up and read the next one, but I want to read the last name, and it will take a moment here as she comes up. One of our, had planned to retire and be with us and did not get here, passed away prior to getting here, is Mr. Jerry Grant. So take a moment to have him in your thoughts. Would you like to do that? Yeah, sure. Come on, group. We'll take a picture here. Thank you.
Beverly Harrison. Amaryllis Hernandez. Carmelita Heron Chiles. Michael Inabnet. Osea Johnson. Lisa Leduc. Leduc, sorry. I'm going to apologize in advance for any names that I botch. I apologize. Stephanie Leibowitz. Gloria Lofton. Maria Martin. Alicia Mayo. Donna McLean. Robin Meter. Roscoe Murphy. Yvette Nanny.
Kathleen Nguyen. Patricia Origo. Cynthia Orlando. And Ana Maria Pata. I think we'll pause to take another picture of the next group, and then I will turn it over to Damon Wright to finish us out.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Mighty Oz.
Good evening. Tracy Payne. Daniel Pizzazzi. Did I get that correct? Pizzazzi. Nadine Putney. Patricia Reyna. I'm about 0 for 5, folks. I'm friendly up here. Come on up. Herminio Reyes. George Rivera. Lisa Roselle. Dorothy Rothenbaum. I knew I could count on you, Dorothy. Patricia Sailing. Linda Sammons. Noelle Shirley. Gurmel Singh. Dorothy Smart. Susan Smith. Jenny Lynn Sterling. Teresa Stoneman. Cheryl Stombaugh. Pamela Wadenas. Betty Y. And her fan club. And Sharon Williams.
Board members, stay up here. Stay up here, board members. I'm going to have the board members stay up because we have somebody also who was 35 years, and we want to recognize Jennifer Doherty, who is here. Could you please come up, Jennifer? You're in the middle, right here. You're in the center. There you go. Got it. Thank you. Congratulations.
All right, for those of you that have tickets, get your tickets out. This is the fun time. Superintendent Corey is going to draw some prizes out for you and give some closing remarks. We have a bunch of prizes. In fact, it's almost enough for everybody to win. So here we go.
I always wanted to be a game show host. All right, here we go. Number 237, 291. Come on now. 237, 291. 315? That's it? Thank you again, everybody, for your years of service. Look, the sun is shining, things are great. We appreciate you. And as Ken said, all of you that have decided to retire, here's the deal. You used to have to wait 6 months, but there has been legislation in the works that we might be able to get you back the next day. So just keep that in mind. Thank you.